fuck was that?
Dance it out. All right. Welcome to What the Fuck Did I Dream Last Night? This is episode 9, and I am Jaynee.
I am Jess. Hello.
I can't believe it's... Oh, I dropped the camera.
We're off to a good start. I want to come up with I feel like sometimes I need this epic entrance song, like what we used to do in middle school or high school sports.
Oh, when you have a warm-up?
Bring them out.
Yeah. Because when people listen, they hear our little intro thing.
It's sleepy.
We just are like, okay, Jaynee's gonna start.
We're
saying
amped.
Shit.
We're all amped. Yeah. So Jaynee, tell our listeners what you were doing before this recording.
Swimming in my pool.
Yep, she's literally looking.
I'm in my swimsuit.
Beautifully tan in a swimsuit. I'm so jealous. I got dressed to work out and I haven't done it yet.
Excuse me. You have no right to be jealous because 1, you live in a community that has a pool that you don't have to take care of. I have to take care of my pool.
True that.
2, you live farther down south, so your pool is warmer than my pool is. 3, you live right by the damn beach.
I know.
So
but you still have to go through withdrawal.
What?
You still have to go through withdrawal if you go 2 days without water at this point in South Carolina.
I got you.
But no, I do wish I miss having a pool at my house because even the community pool you gotta get there and it closes at sunset, whereas you went night swimming the other day and I was like, man, I could go for a good night swim where you can just crank your tunes you just that randomness where you just jump in the pool with your sports bra and weird.
Yeah, that was last night. I got home from
softball
work.
uniform. That's what I'm thinking of. Softball uniform on. I'm not total weirdo, guys.
Night, I got home from work and first off, we closed at 8 and I had a table at 10 till 8 walk in. And I just kept telling in the back, I go, they're all cutting into my swimming time. I just want to have some swimming time. Yep. So I bought myself a 6-pack of Trulies. I mean, I wasn't drinking a whole 6-pack at 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday, but but I was like, Trevor, are we still going to go swim? He's like, yeah, if you want to. I go, I want to because my back has been killing me. For the record, I injured my back 3 years ago, basically lifting a dog up on a table. And then so now randomly this muscle thing in my back just decides oh, you coughed weird today, so we're gonna hurt you for 2 weeks.
And
that's all it is.
Those are so hard to get rid of too.
Nope, it's just gonna be there. You know how I keep it away? Continue working out, Jaynee.
Yeah.
That's when it pops back up.
Yeah. There's a lot of good that comes from working out, yet we tend to ignore it sometimes, aka why I'm in my workout clothes, but I have not done it yet. I went from scrubs to workout clothes. It's we're going to record, and then I'm going to go to the gym.
Which means Hayne is sipping on some water of her beverage today.
Yeah, it's a Monday.
I'm drinking some Old Milwaukee.
If I was just coming from the pool, I would not be drinking a water probably. But I got to get back on the horse, and we'll get into why this episode. On this episode of WTF Did I Dream Last Night?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So what you got for us, Jaynee?
All right. So I'm drinking some burr because we're gonna talk about some demons today.
All right. Literal demons or personal demons?
Literal. I'm gonna go in about the devil, basically. And I wanted to do this dream for a while. It's a short dream, but I just feel it kind of, I don't know, it's an interesting dream.
Yeah.
I also have been researching more about sleep paralysis because I did have a sleep paralysis dream. And I've been getting my research for that. And I was I got to start with this. I have 2 other little demon dreams. I need to do it before.
Yeah. I love
sleep paralysis dream.
Yeah. Sleep paralysis is fascinating.
And that one, I feel I'm going to give you guys a big warning on when I do that one. Cause it's going to be a long episode.
Maybe we should yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll just plan on doing just sleep paralysis.
Yep. Sweet. Yeah. I'm excited. But first up, demons.
Demons. All right. So, in my dream, I was sleeping in my grandma's house in the bedroom that I would sleep in when I was a kid and I would stay there.
Okay.
Now, in my actual life, like in real life, I was sleeping at my apartment. I was not sleeping in that bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to clear that up. So, in the dream, the lights are on in the room and I wake up. And this little like demon thing, like troll like thing, like I feel like it was like a demon.
Mm-hmm.
That's like how I took it, but I also wasn't like afraid of it in my dream.
Oh, interesting.
But was jumping on the bed like by my feet, like back and forth, kind of saying like back and forth, and it kept saying, "You cannot go back, you cannot go back, you cannot go back, you cannot go back." Like chanting it, basically.
Ugh.
Yeah. So in my dream, I could not talk. I could not talk to the demon. I couldn't move either. I just had to like watch this. So this is why I wanted to do this dream before I go into sleep paralysis, because I almost feel like I dreamt about having sleep paralysis.
So
And
go ahead.
go ahead.
So you feel in your dream, what do you mean by you dreamt about having sleep paralysis?
Like this is I don't know if this is what it was. Like I don't know if that's the right wording for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I am here. I'll kind of like go backwards and kind of recap real quick.
Okay.
Because where I am sleeping in real life
Mm-hmm.
is at my apartment by myself.
Mm-hmm.
In my dream, I wake up in the bed that I slept in all the time when I would sleep over my grandma's house as a child.
Okay. Now I get it.
So in my dream, I woke up in that bed and couldn't move and couldn't talk, but the little like troll demon things just going back and forth like, can't go back, you can't go back, you can't go back.
So you had sleep paralysis in your dream. Okay.
I don't know, and I want to look more into that, but
I've had
like
dreams
I said,
like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to look in more of that too when we do like a big sleep paralysis episode. But okay, so I woke up in that dream, the lights are on, the little troll's doing all that, like chanting shit, and I couldn't talk. And I look on the wall, and now this bedroom isn't big either. And I look like where I was laying in bed, like if I wasn't, my back's against the wall and my face is, it's like a rectangle room, it's small, my face is like facing the other wall.
Okay.
That was stupid.
Yeah, no,
that was like weird how I set that up, sorry. But so then I look on the wall and there's like this clock, and it kept going from like 9 to 12, and it just kept like flickering back, like just like ticking between those like fastly, like that was it.
Clocks creep me out.
Right.
I don't know
and it
why.
just kept going back and forth through there, and as the troll demon thing kept chanting, it was like in sync with it. Like it would be like, can't go back, can't go back, can't go back, can't go back.
Ew, this is gonna give me a nightmare tonight.
This is why I'm drinking beer.
This had to be a disclosure, guys.
I mean, I opened up saying
it's about demons. Yeah, it's a pretty.
We're gonna talk about the devil, so
yeah. I don't know how more upfront you get about that.
Yep. All right, so so it was in sync. So at the top, like where the 12 was on the clock, there were like ram horns. And I took them as like devil horns, like kind of like. So then this goes into like this weird thing. So then I had like a vision almost. I know it's all weird.
It kind of reminded me of Flava Flav, because he used to wear those horns on his head and a clock around his neck.
This is probably why, because Flava Flav was in that Taking Back Sunday video.
That's probably why. Crack the cake.
And now we don't have to discuss anything else about my dream, because we just cracked why I had this one.
Yes.
So, Hayne, what do you have for us?
No.
Just kidding.
Sorry, I couldn't hide my laughter because I just kept picturing Flava Flav.
That's fantastic, though. So then I go into like have like this vision, like that's so Raven vision thing.
Like you have a few of those in your dreams.
I know. I just think I really
I
enjoy
think you're a
Disney
partial
shows.
psychic.
That's so Raven. It's a future I can see. I just could not hold back. I couldn't hold back. I had to
Okay.
let it out.
Sorry, guys.
Just had to do that.
They're getting, it's like a musical. This is like WTF Did I Dream Last Night musical.
It
I
was
came
like
out
what last
singing.
what was it, last episode or 2 episodes ago where I was like, we didn't talk about Disney.
Yeah. There we go.
Guess what, guys? Here we are.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So I'm having this vision and I pictured this person that in my real life had passed away, but she was in a bathtub. And in the dream, this person was alive though. Like she wasn't like dead in the dream.
Okay.
And so like she's just chilling in the bathtub with like bubbles and shit. And there was a party going on at like this house or apartment that she was at. And I was kind of just like a fly on the wall during it all. And like while I was there, I still kept hearing the like trolls saying like can't go back,
Oh my
can't go back.
gosh.
Uh-huh. So then like all of a sudden I was back in the bed and like the troll was still like chanting and the ram horns or whatever were still on the like above the 12
Mm-hmm.
on the clock and the clock was still going back and forth and that's all I remember.
So do you think seeing that person in the bathtub or something happened that made you wake up? Like, do you remember something particularly scary or worrisome?
No, she was just chilling in the tub
I
and like
noticed
there's a party
that in
going
a
on
lot of
and
my dreams. It's um it gives me a lot of emotion, like actual emotional stress, and then that's what triggers
Mhm.
my wake up.
I mean, I feel like there's enough stress that in my dream I'm dreaming that I can't move and then there's
Right.
this little like demon thing like
Yeah.
wake me up at any time there, please. All right. Okay, so I looked up a couple things and about the devil in dreams.
Okay.
Hayne, I do want to ask you
Hmm.
when we went to antflow.com, it was antflow.com, right?
I think it was Ask Aunt Flo.
Ask Antflow. Okay, so I found another one. It's called
Oh,
antiflow.com.
that might have been it.
I can't recall, and I meant to look it up before we started.
I'm on it. Auntie Flo.
I think they're two different ones, though.
This makes me think of like a period website. Ask.
Yeah. And that's why I have antiflow.com. And like she wrote on there saying, I'm Flo, which is her name.
See,
And I have 30 years media.
goantflow.com. It's a period website.
What?
Goantflow.com. It's a period website. I told you it sounds like a
Okay.
period website.
I know, I know. So, anyways, it doesn't matter. But I think this is a different one than what we have referenced in the
Okay.
past. And this one is antiflow.com. Um, and it's I'm Flo and I have 30 years of mediumship knowledge to help you about your dreams.
Hmm.
So I like this. I kind of just I ran with her little thing here because I don't know. I'm into that spiritual stuff. Shit.
Shit. Yeah,
Shit.
this is definitely different. I'm feeling
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
feeling her website. All right, Auntie Flo.
Right, right, right,
So
right.
guys, it's antiflow.com, like
Hmm.
AUNTYFLO.com.
Yeah.
It's real it's pretty
So
trippy.
yeah, but because it's like medium-y, and I get it. So that's why I
Let me
wanted to.
predict your future. All right.
Yeah, right, right. I'm into this stuff, so I wanted to. I ran with this like site with what she had to say about it. I was like, you know what? This is where I'm going. This is what I want to talk about this episode. So on that site, she said there are 3 types of devil dreams, and I'm just quoting these 1, 2, and 3 right from her.
Okay.
1. Dream psychologist. 1. Dream psychologist. 1. Dream psychologist. How the fuck do you say that word all of a sudden? Psychologist.
Psychologist? It's because you're amping yourself up.
1. Dream psychologist. Dream psychologist. I'm leaving all this in there. Now you guys will know why I'm struggling here. Anyways, those people believe the dream of the devil is a reflection of something negative in your life and indicates anxiety and stress. Number 2, the devil dream indicates that someone is sending you bad vibrations and you have been visited by an entity. Protect yourself with the evil eye. Number 3, the final type of devil dream is that the devil actually visits you in your dream state and you need to protect yourself. This is rare, is what it says.
Good job, Anti-Flow.
So everybody,
I would be freaking the F out.
Right now.
Mm-mm.
This dream I had like 2 years ago, so I'm like...
I used to pray at night that I did not have nightmares. I used to have really bad nightmares as a kid. I can't really remember many of them. I had that damn troll dream. If you did not listen to my troll dream yet, my mom called me after that one. She's like, man, I really don't remember how much this affected you. And then I was like, maybe I didn't tell you. I definitely told Dad because he put the lock on my door. She's like, no, it's definitely my idea to put that damn lock on my door. I had to sleep and go into work. I just made your father do it. I was like, oh.
That's great.
She was like, I really don't remember how much that affected you. Like, I'm okay, Mom.
My dad, on that episode, my dad's definitely behind because I'm waiting for him to call me after he listens about the bike helmet thing.
Oh, also, you might not have been crazy, the Walmart. So another one of our episodes, guys, Jaynee talks about a haunted house potentially.
Same
episode. In a Walmart, is it the same one? Yep. In the Walmart parking lot. I don't know why you've listened this far if you've not listened to that episode, but just in case. And I'm basically called her bluff because I do not remember this in the Walmart parking lot. Well, Maggie, hi Maggie. Maggie said I think it would have been the Sam's Club parking lot. So which was like the Walmart parking lot. So I think it was real.
Yes, it was real. Thank you, Maggie.
I don't know, she cray.
Nope, appreciate it. It definitely was the where the Sam's Club is now. It was that parking lot. So yes, it happened.
Where the Sam's Club is now used to be a Walmart, guys. See.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Instead, they just built a super Walmart down the street, and then they put a Sam's Club there.
I just went to that Sam's Club for the first time.
Thought about that. All right. Anyways,
fun fact. Okay, so let's talk more about the devil.
You guys can tell I'm really uncomfortable with the devil.
So, devil dreams can mean you are under a lot of stress in the awake life. And this is a way your brain is telling you to slow down.
To chill the F out.
It could be telling you that you are strong and capable of overcoming a hardship or difficult times. So you're inside is telling you you can Haynes' face doesn't like
no, that is okay, come on. The devil is trying to teach you about adversity and talking you up. I don't know about all that, Anti-Flow.
No, you stop. You took that too hard. So you are dreaming about the devil. It's not the actual devil in your mind.
Right.
The devil's not actually visiting you.
So kind of like
you are dreaming of a devil. Right. So if you dreamt about that during hard times, see, I thought you would like all these points, and I'm already pissed off now.
No, come on, I'm the cynic. Anyway. I'm the cynic of this podcast.
I know.
No, I like the other ones, but that one, I don't know. I don't know about all that, Anti-Flow.
All right, whatever. I'm not even going to continue my battle.
Come on, so in my next devil's advocate.
So funny. Play on words. Yep. Knee slapper. Literally slapped my knee. the devil watching you in your dream can mean that you are being manipulated by someone in your awake life.
Okay.
It could be a sense of a warning.
Okay.
Now, why are you okay with that one and not the one
Because that makes
before?
sense to me. Like the devil is sitting there watching you in your dream, which I think like a logical translation to that is like a devil in like a theoretical devil in your real life is like trying to do you dirty, manipulate you. But I think if you have a devil in your dream, I do not think that's a side of you like being I don't know, like I felt like that one was too positive.
Okay. So let me reword the previous
Okay.
one because I thought you'd really
Okay,
like
go
this one,
ahead.
and
Go ahead.
I'm like determined to make you
Open
like
mind.
this.
Open mind.
All right. So if you dream about the devil in any sense, your subconscious could be telling you that you are strong and that you can overcome the situation that you are going through.
Okay. So kind of like the devil went down to Georgia, like that song. How that dude, I get it.
I'm going to call this the musical.
Sorry. No, okay, but I get that. I can definitely get down a little bit more with that one.
I'm glad because I was really upset. I didn't want to let that one go yet. Like I was not okay.
Oh God.
Let me just drink my old Milwaukee, my old man beer. All right. You're gonna hate the last one, and this isn't even the last one, but I'm already like ready to battle you.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for
I know that's all.
told us to.
Lord, have mercy. Praise be. If the devil was in your bedroom in your dream, it means that you are letting someone get too close to you in your life.
Letting them demons in your bed.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could. Should we just go to the last one? Or should we comment on
Next.
that one?
Next.
Next. Um, this is the last one, and you're gonna hate it. I don't even want to say it.
Go ahead.
Devil with a smiling face is a positive
Oh,
omen.
bullshit.
I know.
If anybody disagrees with me, please let me know. But come on. The devil smiling at you is a positive omen. Anti-flow. Listen, honey boo boo. I am a forever optimist, but that is just a stretch.
So now I'm gonna battle back to you because I recall when I had this dream is when I first moved back home to Greensburg from
Okay.
Memphis. And I just started working at my new job, and it was a little rough little patch. So, my bullet point 1, devil can mean that you're under a lot of stress in your awake life. Yup, I was, because I cried a lot on that job. Bullet number 2, the devil meaning that you are strong, capable of overcoming this hardship or difficult times. Yup.
Yeah.
Bullet number 3, the devil watching you in a dream can mean that you are manipulated by someone in your wake life. For
Yeah.
sure, because there were a lot of shady ass people in that place. And 4, devil with a smiling face, because my little troll did not scare me. And he was just like, can't
That's
go back, can't
true.
go back, can't go back, can't go back. Because guess what? I can't go back. And look at my life now. I
Wait,
did
so do
not go
you think
back.
so with him saying you can't go back in your dream, what do you think that did did that symbolize anything in your dream? Like was he telling you you can't go back to somewhere in your dream or is that just a phrase he was reiterating?
Just a phrase he was kept saying.
So what do you
That
think
was
that
it.
meant?
That I can't go
You
back
can't
to
yeah, like
Memphis.
you
I don't
can't go
know.
back to that chapter of your life. Oh
Mm-hmm.
shit. All right.
Damn.
I mean, that's quite that's a very literal like translation there.
Look, I just had one for every single bullet
Yeah, I
point.
mean, I think the last one is still a stretch, the smiling demon, but you weren't afraid of yours, so I'll give you that one.
No, he was just this little shit. I couldn't move. He's just like, can't go back, can't go back. Well, can I just at least move? Can I go forward?
Man, yeah. Shoot, that was deep, actually. I didn't know the context. So when you tell a dream, the context of what you're going through at that point in your life is, I think, very important to the interpretation.
For sure, for
Um,
sure.
and it's hard if it's an older dream and you can't really remember, but
Hmm. So I also did look up about clocks because I just want to point.
ooh,
There's a
I'm
shit ton
intrigued
that you can
about this.
read about clocks, but I only um kept two little points that kind of like went with the dream. So, dreaming of clock hands moving backwards, because like I said in my dream, the clock hands was just going back and forth between 9 and 12, like with the guy saying you can't go back, like
I wonder why
whatever.
9 and 12.
It. Mm, wait, yeah, 9 and 12. I just had to double check. I had to put the
I
clock in my
got you.
head and make sure I was correct. If the clock hands in your dream move backwards, that symbolizes failure. You probably think that you haven't done anything significant in your life, which makes you feel unfulfilled. You need a challenge that'll boost your confidence and respect. We're going with that. Sorry, guys.
AKA, you need a little
Dreaming.
Beyonce in your life. You gotta Beyonce yourself up, girl.
Okay, so we might as well just sing it now. Put a ring on it because that's going to be in my explanation of
Ooh,
this. So I
see?
feel like I really like figured out this dream. Um, Dreaming of time speeding up, which I felt like these both just went with how the clock was going. Dreaming of time on a clock speeding up means that you won't know what has happened to you. It's possible that you will be naive or surprise yourself and others with your reaction. When you realize what you have done, it will be late to correct the mistake and persuade someone who doesn't know you that your intentions aren't bad. So, at the same time that I had this dream and when I first moved into this apartment and everything, and I can't like pinpoint exactly when this happened, but I just know it was during this time of my life of like a big
Mm-hmm.
transition. When I turned 25, now I give you guys all permission to laugh at me. I had like a mental breakdown. I had a quarter life
Mm-hmm.
crisis. And I was like, what the hell am I doing with my life? And I asked my sister, she came out to the bar with us. I was like, what were you doing with your life? She's like, I was planning my wedding. And I was like, exactly.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, my husband bought a diamond ring or bought a diamond already and was planning to propose to me. He was had to find a
Oh.
band for it. So I just feel like this dream actually explains so much of what if I took these like tidbits like I did, it does explain a shit ton that was going
It
on in my
does,
life.
absolutely. Um, so also the numbers 9 and 12.
Ooh, I didn't think
Yeah.
about that. You're so on these number things.
So, well, it's I think it's kind of, I always think it's fascinating with our dreams, like these little details. I think the plot is interesting, but sometimes
Mhm.
our mind fills in the gaps. So it's like, did the plots actually play out this way, or is our mind filling in the gaps in the rest of the details for us to make sense of it? And that's how we
I
remember it,
agree. Yeah.
but I think little
Yeah.
details like the 9 to 12, 9 to 12, like that, you it's so specific. I don't think your mind filled in those gaps per se. So
Yeah.
I always find that interesting. So the number 12, this is from sleepculture.com, but I just looked on a few sources here quickly. They all basically say the same
Hmm.
thing. So the 12 is seen as a symbol of completeness or fullness. Um,
Okay.
Alternatively, the number 12 represents divine perfection and spiritual strength. So your subconscious may be telling you that you need to pay more attention to your spiritual life and your relationship with a higher power. Um,
I agree with all of
and the
that.
number 9 also has a similar kind of spiritual significance, meaning nines appearing in dreams may be a prompt sign to get on with your divine life purpose. Nine is a number of spiritual awakening, universal spiritual laws, light working. So it all seems kind of connected to the spirit world, which is interesting because it was a demon. So
No, that's interesting. I definitely can feel like that could relate. Like, I'm not going to clearly open up and tell you guys every single little detail about my life right
right.
there. I mean, if you want to know it, sure, message me. I'll tell you all about it then. But like, I mean, right now I'm not going to. Um, but I feel like those could definitely reflect on to my like what I was going through in that chapter of my
Yeah,
life
absolutely.
for sure.
Um, and yeah, that's about that.
All right. So, what do you got for us then?
So usually I feel like I have these dreams of like lately randomness that are funny and kind of like memory dumping from the day. But I've had a couple dreams in the last week or two. So, obviously, I think the world generally is under a lot more stress right now because we're in the middle of this
Definitely.
pandemic. And we've talked already on this show about anxiety and stress and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in healthcare, and the virus right now has really taken off in my area. We've been really blessed up to this point where it hasn't affected us too much, but now it really is. And that's really found its way into my dreams in the last week.
Yeah, and I feel like I just want to remind our listeners too, and I'm not trying to like pinpoint where you live, but like you live near a beach.
Yeah, so
So, of course, that's going to draw a lot of
yeah,
people. It doesn't matter what beach you ever live at, like you're drawing tourists in the
yeah, so
summer.
that's just
Just a
yeah,
fact.
so every summer our population here at least quadruples. So I mean, it makes sense
Yeah.
for for us to be going through this. But so kind of what like a lot
Mhm.
of people in the bigger cities were going through like 3 months ago is like what we're going through now. Um,
Yeah.
and I think almost in a way I saw how like bad it could get in those areas. So I'm almost like it's like this feeling of impending doom here a little bit. And like all of us trying to like talk each
Mhm.
other off the ledge, all of us in medicine. Um, so
It's
yeah, so
understandable.
anyways, that's just kind of where my mindset's been. And the other episode we had talked about, I finally started dreaming in masks. So it was the zombie apocalypse dream, and people had masks on.
Yeah.
And I've had like 3 more nights of dreaming in masks. Like that's how much it's like affecting my psyche. And I knew it was a
I listen, I feel like you cannot be alone working healthcare, and if you are a dreamer, like that has to be a
yeah,
thing
and I
to
think
for
I don't
Olympians.
think I knew it was affecting me a lot, but I think this week has like really taken a toll on me. So I just wanted
Mhm.
to. My dreams aren't long, but it's just kind of bringing note to this in case anyone else is having this, whether you're in healthcare or not, or you're working with the public. Or first you're on the first line, first responder, whatever. Um,
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure I'll be able to
so
relate because now we're waiting tables and our tables don't
yeah,
have masks
I
on it,
just
you
kind of
know.
wanted to talk about it and just so everybody knows it's okay to feel this way. But more importantly,
You're not
um,
alone.
it's okay until it's not okay. And what I mean by that is it's okay to feel this way, but you need to recognize it and you can't ignore it and you need to do something about it. AKA why I'm sitting here in my workout clothes. Because I don't have no desire to go work out, but I know it's really important for my mental health and I haven't been doing it and it's shown in my dreams lately. So,
Yes, and that's wait, I'll put
yeah,
I want to like tag onto that real quick. And that's what I mentioned about my back
yeah,
is being
mhm,
terrible because I'm not yogaing
yeah,
and stuff. So this morning when I first got up, I picked like a beginner 10-minute
yeah,
yoga session just to do. It's just a stretching yoga thing just to help me get back into
yeah,
what I need to do. And after this, I think me and my husband we're gonna go for a walk around the
yeah.
neighborhood with the
It
dogs and stuff
doesn't need to be
too,
anything
just to move.
crazy.
No, like me and my husband, like I'm drinking beer right now, and it's not saying we're going for like a extraneous
Yeah.
workout. Just move your body and get out. Like, and I'm not
So
like,
I tend to
you
stress
know,
myself out.
do something good for
Yeah,
your
I tend to
soul.
stress myself out
Go ahead.
about working out, and then it turns into this vicious cycle, and you never make it to work out. So,
Hmm.
so do your best every day, but try to do better than yesterday. And if you didn't, it's okay. But just do something like Jaynee said that's good for your soul, and the
Little
rest will
goals
follow.
too.
So yeah.
Yes, I have like I just feel like this goes with it too, and I
No,
apologize.
it's okay.
Every Wednesday, my little town has a
Mm-hmm.
farmers market that goes on, and it's like 2 blocks up. So even if I don't like have a lot of money to spend there or something, like I'll take Molly in their stroller. I'll take the dogs for a little stroll so they don't feel jealous. I put them back at home, and then I walk Molly up to the farmers market just to walk around.
Um, yeah, just little things like that.
Just get out.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna tell you what my dreams were, and then I think I just want to talk about some kind of little bit of coping mechanisms like that, that everybody can
Yeah.
kind of use. Because this podcast is kind of has a lot of different purposes. Our main goal is just to have fun with it and hang out as friends, and hope you guys get a kick out of it too. Um, and kind of learn something
Yes.
about ourselves and learn something about you guys and how we can all um, take our dreams and live better from it, or else laugh at it or grow from it. But also, it inevitably ties to mental health. So I think a lot of me personally, my dreams were kind of feel good, fun dreams lately, but I just kind of wanted to reel it back to remind people that it's not going to be like that all the time, and it's okay. But I just encourage you to recognize it if it's not okay and talk to somebody about it. Um, so my dreams, I'm going to start with the lighter one first. So I
Hmm.
um, recently caught up with some friends from my PA school, physician assistant school. And one of them was work. This isn't my dream. So she was working like at the front of a grocery store almost. I don't know if it was a bar or a grocery store. This is kind of funny. Um, and it's okay to laugh. I don't want to make
Those
anybody
are
sound
like,
tense. So it's kind of like the welcome lobby, like the lobby of like a grocery store.
what is a
I don't know
welcome
why I said
lobby?
welcome lobby. I guess like a Walmart, I think of like the greeter. She was almost like the greeter. I
It's a
don't know.
welcome lobby. I enjoy that.
It's like a greeter.
Just kidding. Whatever I said, I'm now naming this episode Welcome Lobby.
Welcome lobby, the musical. Um, well, it's
Ah,
actually kind of
shit.
true because it's
Yes.
basically a musical happening in my welcome lobby. I watched a TV show
Oh, I'm
yesterday
ready.
or the day before, whatever day I had this dream, and it was like a musical version. Side note: I hate when TV shows do that. A TV show that's like
Same.
6 seasons, and inevitably one of them has to have a freaking musical version. Like, why are we doing this? Like, yeah,
Grace.
it's so annoying. I'm like, I don't get
Grace.
me wrong, I love a good musical, but like, just leave the musicals to the musical, or like, it's just like irrelevant and weird. So, anyways, that
Or do just do wait, but do a special like off season. Just be like, here's a fun musical episode of us, and I'll probably appreciate you all singing and stuff
yeah,
more.
it's
I'm
just
like, this
like
is
never
just
well
terrible.
done. I think that's why I just get frustrated. Um,
Yeah, and then I watch behind scenes, and then I feel guilty for not liking it
Well,
because that's
that's
how I
what I
am
mean.
as a
They like
person.
work so
So
hard for it. I just feel like it's put in a
I
weird
know.
spot. So, anyways,
So then I have to love it because
yeah.
that's who I
So
am. I don't know. Continue.
yeah, my friend was like working the whatever a welcome lobby is, and the front of a grocery store. But it was like nighttime, so it was like after hours. And she had she almost looked like bright. It was like from the 1920s or something, like that look that girls had, almost like a pinup girl, like bright red lipstick. I
Oh
mean, she
yeah,
looked
yeah.
gorgeous. She was like covered, but she was like part of the Navy. She had like a Navy outfit on. I don't know if it was her character, and she was like singing and dancing. And I mean, everybody loved it. Like the customers loved it. Um, it it was a big
Mm-hmm.
hit. And then there was a few of us who were circulating back and forth almost from like quote behind the stage to support her and like watch her. I don't know. So then I just thought that was like really random. And so then that transitioned into I guess it was like maybe the show was over. I had a big hamper of laundry on wheels, like those hampers that move on wheels. So a big one of
Yes.
those filled with laundry. And I was like, we'll say my friend's name was Betsy. I was like, Betsy, like, when are you doing this laundry, or when are we going to get this done? So it's almost like I was like a groupie or something, like what somebody like the backstage crew of the show, like picking up laundry
Yes.
from like in the hallway and like moving down the hallway.
You're always
I know,
in a
so that's
show
why
in your
that's just
dream.
this is what I was just looking up, because I'm really noticing these recurring themes. But and it gets that even like leads into another type of show. So
I got you. I
so
got
I
you.
never
I didn't know. For the record, I had no idea
yeah
that's what she was
yeah
looking up.
so I never get the laundry done. I um I'm pushing this like basket of laundry, and then it turns into almost like this big open scene, like a yard with like a party and stuff. And there's a lot of people there. I can't really think of
Mhm.
many names offhand, but it's almost like I don't know if it's like a tailgate. I'm not sure what that part is. It's very blurry. But this next part, we're going to sit in stands, like a bleachers, okay? And it's me.
Maybe we're tying
I
back
know,
into
right?
your tailgate dream.
No, it wasn't at a
Now we're
lake.
finally going to the show.
Unfortunately, these bleachers
I know,
were
but go ahead.
like the bleachers of
I
a
apologize.
football stadium. And it was like the high school that we were
Mhm.
at, and like it was me and you, and um I think I was with Cam at the time, and then there were a few of our teachers were there. So I doubt they listen to this, but Wislich
Yeah.
and Sherman were there. I think because I saw them comment on Facebook on someone's thing. And I love these guys. They were freaking hilarious in high
Mhm.
school. So they were
Probably what's his name was there too then.
Bertani.
Who was my
Bertani.
homeroom
Yeah.
teacher?
He might
Yeah.
he might listen to this.
Bertani
He
thought I
can get
hated
the
him.
psychology of this, for sure. So he was my psych
Cracks.
teacher,
We should
guys.
send him it. He was my homeroom teacher, and I left every day. And on graduation night, he was like, "I don't think you liked me very much because you left every
I
day."
loved him. So
Bertani, though, seriously, he would not let
he's
us
a good
talk in
dude, though. So
homeroom
that was my psychology teacher. That was my calculus
for
teacher,
sure.
and then my econ teacher. And they're all like BFFs in real life.
I had
BFFs in real
Sherman.
life, guys. So
I had Sherman
okay,
too.
so they're sitting in the bleachers together, and and they all have their like kids with
Hmm.
them. And then I was like, oh man, you or somebody came up to me, was like, hey, they saw you up here, they wanted to, catch up and say hi. I was like, oh. So I like tried to make my way down to them, and I couldn't make my way there. But in between us were like all of our like grandparents or older people that like I haven't been able to visit or talk to. So it was like your grandma Dawn was there.
Hmm.
Um, your grandma Peters was there. My aunt Irene was there, who's in a personal care home. So I haven't been able to see her in months because of this virus. Um, I don't know who this was. I bet it was a patient of mine. I bet his face was a patient of mine. But in my dream, he was like he's probably like my distant cousin who I know has since passed away, but like he was there. I couldn't tell you what he looked like. I don't know if I've maybe met him once
Hmm.
in my life. So I think it was just one of my patients. And I made my way down the bleachers to like, I had to like step down the bleachers, like walk down to talk with them. But the bleachers were separated in sections, like walls. So by the time, so like they were separated from us. There was like a barrier. So then I had to like move that barrier away, and I could see them and sit down in there and talk with them. And then by the time I moved the next barrier away to like talk with my old teachers, they were gone. So I like missed the chance to talk with them. So while sitting with the older people, um, it was me and this older guy. For some reason, I don't know why I wasn't like talking with your grandma, like all these people that I know much better. I just was really getting talking with this older man, and he really wanted me to go.
Side note, like Hayne is a social
I also
butterfly with
love older
anybody that she
people.
knows and doesn't
I'm in
know. So like,
cardiology, and I love my job
mhm.
for that reason, for the most part.
She would have said hi to everybody
Yeah.
and then make their
So
way
yeah.
back. So I just had to put that in
So
there.
I'm sitting with this older man, and he like has his I guess it was almost like how I would interact with my pap, and he had his like hand on
Mm-hmm.
my leg and just like how you know how grandparents do, and he was, yeah,
Yeah,
not like
not
a
in like a
creepy
bad
way,
way because
just
I
a
feel like
very
people are
like
gonna
I
be
haven't
weird, but
seen you
just
in so long. I'm so I yeah,
oh,
and
how
he
are
was like, "What
you
are
and
you doing for the
everything. I
4th of
gotcha.
July?" And he said, "Well, will you go on this run with me?" He wanted me to go on like a 5K run with him. Mind you, this man could not run a
Oh,
5K. And I knew that. I
excuse
mean,
me. I work in
I was
cardiology.
like,
No.
"Oh," like, but I was like, I remember I like looked
I'll push
up and
you.
like
I'll
looked
run
at
with
you or
you.
somebody was like, "Yeah, I can definitely do that." Yeah, so we were gonna go do that.
Oh.
And then
Oh my gosh, wait. I just got like I
I
forgot
know,
this was a
right?
dream. I got real
Well, I
sensitive, like
felt
this
like
was
really
real.
real,
And
and
I was
like
like,
I don't know why, like I didn't like my Aunt Irene was there, but like I didn't get to talk with her. I didn't get to talk with your grandmas, like either of your grandmas. Um, and then
mm-hmm.
I had to move on. Oh, and then I missed the football game. So again, I didn't see the football game. I have these recurring themes where I go somewhere for a show and I don't see the shows. I didn't see the chicken fight. I didn't
You can't
see
finish.
the concerts. I'm missing, it's like I keep missing out on these shows, okay? So I know. And it's like,
Sad. Also, though, I feel like that's a lot to put on your mind to like watch a show though too. So maybe you're just like, you know what, your brain's like, yeah, we're gonna fast forward this, we're gonna get
I don't
some
know too,
rest, and we're
because
gonna
like me in
continue it.
general, again, she said I'm like a social butterfly. So I mean, I go to people's houses for like to watch the football game, and I watch like 30 seconds of it. You know, I go to like concerts and I'll sit
Same.
there and like BS with somebody. I mean, I love a good concert, but yeah. So,
Yeah, that's why we're best
you know, this
friends.
might just be like me being me in the dream, but or you know, I don't even know if I'm my brain might just be saying it's a show, like there for a football game, and I haven't watched football, so like, why would my
Yeah.
brain show me that image of a football game? Um, I've also never watched a chicken fight. So anyways,
I was
uh,
thinking that too. I was like,
I,
okay. I was like, we're going
um,
on though.
so I think that's pretty much most of that. Yeah, that's pretty much most of that dream. I basically just didn't get to talk to these like older loved ones that I've been like desperately missing and trying to see. Um, and
Yeah. So I feel like that dream definitely holds something because like those people you probably do want to hang out and you do want to see, but it's hard where you're now you're spiking down there.
oh, for
Like
sure. I mean,
you even if
yeah,
you
I
come up
mean,
and visit, like I feel like that makes a lot of sense and that's just a lot of stress. And I feel like other people I'm glad you shared that because I feel like other
oh
people
yeah, I
definitely
mean, it's
can
very.
relate to that.
I think it holds. I don't think it takes a genius to interpret these dreams. I think they're very literal, and this is where I can get down with Freud
Yeah.
on these
Yeah.
dreams because, you know, you guys don't hear me bash.
You
I
have
know
such a
you'll hear
love
me
hate relationship with
bash
him.
Freud, but I was like, dag nab, he's true. This one very much reflects like my emotional feelings at once. And, I think even just getting as deep down to like missing out on the social parts of this. Like, so
Freud.
I think this is like multifaceted. So like I'm missing out on social hangouts I was supposed to. I missed out on my, you know, best friend's freaking wedding shower this weekend, which I was like really torn over, like really, really like whole nother emotionally sick to where it got me physically sick, like migraine, stomach ache, like terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was it. A lot of that too. I can't I feel as though I can't form as much of a bond right now to my patients because they can't see your faces. I can't see their faces. A lot of them have a hard time
Mhm.
hearing me, and communication's really um, compromised. And it's a
Yeah.
difficult time. Um, and that's my favorite thing about I really take pride in the relationships I form in my job. Like I really get a lot of positive like reinforcement and joy from that. Like I'm that annoying provider.
Yeah. That's what
Oh,
makes you
thank
good at what
you.
you do.
But like
Not
I don't
she is smart,
I'm that
guys.
annoying
She is
provider
smart,
who
but
like is probably always running behind in the office. I'm sorry guys. Because I just can't cut people
nope,
off.
that's great.
Um so it's been hard, needless to say. And like family members can't come in,
Mhm.
like today I'm like, how's your daughter doing?
Yep.
Oh, she good. She's outside in the car waiting for me with my great grandson. Like, oh, great, like shoot. And
Yeah.
so
Like my favorite the girl that I go to uh like at the gyno, my doctor there, she was like last time I went there was a couple months ago and I had Kimmy, my sister-in-law, sitting in the car and she was like, "Oh my gosh, your daughter's like a year. Like how is she?" And like
mhm.
this she's like
I think
you.
that's how
Like
I think that's
super
how a lot
like
of
friendly
people
and
are,
everything
but
like that. Yeah. But like I
it's
love
just
her. Like I love her so much. And she was like, "Oh," I was like, "She's in the car with her aunt because I didn't know what to do." And she was like, "Oh my
mhm.
gosh, I
It's
wish I
just
could see
yeah,
her."
so
Like
there's
it
just
just
nothing
it
short of
sucks.
sucks. So okay, so this is the first time
Yep.
for me leading into my next dream. And this was very eye-opening for me. And a lot of you guys might be saying like this isn't a big deal, and people who again are in medicine might get it more. So if you guys, I'm sorry if I sound like I'm being lame or overly
Mhm.
dramatic. I promise I don't mean to. But so my next dream so again, I work in cardiology. Have not I have a lot of work dreams, but I have never had a dream where I was the patient and where it's like sick or fearful of being sick. And this was the first time I had that dream.
Oh.
So I had a dream where I actually got the virus. So I got the COVID virus, and some people get like heart failure with this, and they get like weird, rare complications. And so, it's a regular part of my job to tell people they have, new onset heart failure. They might be like 47 years old, they might be younger, they might be older. And a lot of times we don't know why. Sometimes it's from a virus they had, whether it was the flu or the common cold, and you just develop congestive heart
Mhm.
failure a few months later. Sometimes it gets better, sometimes it doesn't. Um, so I was
Mhm.
actually the patient in my dream. I was back at my first job, and like my doctor was the doctor that I worked with, and he was like, you have congestive heart failure now. I was like, oh well, what's what we call your ejection fraction, the pump function of your heart. And it was bad enough where I needed a defibrillator, which is something that could shock your heart. And I was asking, what is my prognosis? I know the numbers, but really like tell it to me straight. How bad do you think this is? What medicines you're going to put me on, blah, blah, blah. So I went through all that, and then I woke up. It
Mhm.
wasn't a long dream, but it really freaked me out because I had never had a dream where it was role reversal. And I get that can happen to anybody, but I mean,
Yeah.
in almost 6 years now of being a PA, I've never been the patient in my dream. And it kind of really spoke to where I was at mentally, I think, and emotionally with what's happening, and like with the fear that I have of getting
Yeah.
sick. And I mean, I know that, I'm no different than any of the patients I have. I could just as easily be in that position. But so with that in mind, my goal for the next week is really trying to kind of fight this fear. And I've been talking a lot about this virus and a lot about the pandemic and all that. And I think I'm just really trying to switch gears now to living life like beyond this and trying not to live in fear. And that's kind of something
Mhm.
my mom talked me through. Like, you just need to stop living in fear, which is a lot easier said than done. I think depending what age you are too, that changes things. But so a few things I want to encourage people to do right now is try to be fearless. Easier said than done, but try to work through your fears and try not to let
Yeah.
them define your life. Um, so whether it's with therapy or whether it's with just totally switching gears and staying off social media and making a point not to talk about it for a while, that might be what you need to do.
Mhm.
Hobbies are important. So I think this pandemic is teaching a lot of us that we don't spend enough time on developing ourselves and doing fun things that are for ourselves. So, and like fun, healthy hobbies. So, not just like going out to eat and drinking. Like we're at that age group where that's a lot of what
Mhm.
you do is you go to the bar or you go to happy hour and you drink, and that's fun, but that's not always healthy. And right now, that's not an option safely where I live. A lot of people are still doing it, but I don't feel safe doing it. So like,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Pittsburgh just shut
so
down their bars again,
I
so
think it's easy to fall into that hole, but you can also spin this and take this as an opportunity to do things that you might have never had time to do. So whether it's like painting, whether it's so I've been talking about getting a bike and paddleboarding for years, so I did that stuff. Um, but don't so say you want to paint and you're like you have no idea where to start and you're afraid to paint or you think it's going to look stupid, just freaking do it.
Mhm.
And I think that getting that like fulfillment of just doing it will help, like getting over that fear will kind of help you dominate these other fears. That's what I'm hoping at least.
Yes, I agree because then you have something else that you're like that you have that's your own that no one can take
Yeah.
away from you because you're into
And don't
this.
be afraid to express yourself.
Um because yes. So this is like I don't know. I feel like it's on topic. Maybe it's a little off topic if you want to say it. But right before all this started happening, me and my daughter, I started once a week. We'd go out to breakfast together. Yes, she's only 18 months, but we'd go out and see, like, and you know what I mean? Just what we would do. Get out of the house, something different. Then this literally happened. Like, we did it like 3 times. And then that happened. And I was like, well, damn it. Like, I was really excited that, like, I was comfortable going out and doing something like that. So recently, last week, I was like, oh my gosh, instead of breakfast, I'm just going to start packing us a lunch or picking up even food. I don't care if we
Mm-hmm.
get chicken nuggets from McDonald's or something and just go to a park, sit on a blanket, eat some lunch, and then
Yeah.
play. Like, we could do it that way too. Like, there's other ways. Like, I shut down and I was like,
Yeah.
no, I can't do it that way. Like, and then I got negative about it.
Yeah.
There's
And I
other
think
ways you could do things.
it's very hard, obviously, but these couple dreams are very eye opening for me that I need to I need to keep growing and kind of like persevere through this because unfortunately, guys, this is going to be the new normal
Mm-hmm.
for a little bit in one way or another. So, so we need to accept it and
Yeah.
try to grow from it. And then maybe when we look back, we can, in a way, this will be a weird blessing and growth chapter in our lives. So I challenge you to, in the next few weeks, to try to think of a new hobby for yourself or a new tradition like Jaynee's doing. It doesn't need to be anything big, and it doesn't need to be anything you tell anybody. Um, I'm famous for talking about it instead of doing it.
No, you
Like
don't
I'll
need to
just
go
like
like,
build it up to everybody, and then like when I
yeah.
fail, it's even crappier because everybody knows how much I failed. You know, just do it.
Like, I'll say, here's the couple things I'm like personally trying to work on outside of that, like, one thing. Making my coffee in the morning
Mm-hmm.
and sitting outside in the porch
Yeah,
and watching like the sunrise because I mean I have an awesome view at my place, but like just sitting outside and taking in my surroundings instead of
yeah.
staring at my phone or watching the news.
Well, it makes a
It could be
difference
as
because
little
I
as
got
something
away
like
from it.
that.
Like I was doing my grateful
Like,
journal. I was doing like 5 minutes of meditation. And I got away from all of
mm-hmm.
it probably for the last month. And I think it's because things were
Yeah,
like opening up back down here. So like these are like habits I want to continue, like when if and when the world goes back to normal again. Um, so that's my
yeah,
challenge to
mm-hmm.
everybody, and um, just try to stay healthy and happy. And if you're having dreams like that or dreams about demons, it's fine. you know, we'll get through this. We'll all get through this together. If anyone's doing some fun stuff and you want to tell us about it, or some other like coping mechanisms for others, um, Yeah, post on our
Yeah, let us
Instagram or
know.
our Twitter. Yeah, Jaynee. Yeah, we still
Yeah,
tweeting.
Twitter. Yeah, Twitter. Yeah,
Cool.
we're still tweeting.
We're twatting.
We're twitting. We're twitting. We're
Um,
twatting. We're turning
yeah,
it
that's
off.
about all I got.
Oh, that was very synchronized. Well, I appreciate you sharing that with us because it is hard to share
Yeah,
those types of dreams and those. I mean, I feel like they were easy dreams to share, but they had a lot of meaning behind it. So I
yeah.
appreciate you going
I mean,
like
yeah, and
deep
this
into
might be
why
one of
you're
those
feeling
things
those
that
that
some of
way.
y'all listen to and you stop it because it's just not what you're feeling right now. You know you want to hear the funny dream, and that's okay. But some of y'all might listen to it and say, you know what,
It's fine.
God, I've been having these dreams like crazy, and I'm glad I'm not the only one. And you know, we just want to be transparent with everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that's why we started this because you guys literally are not alone having
Mhm.
insane dreams and having like negative thoughts
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, it's fine. You're also not alone having negative
Oh
dreams that you
yeah.
end up laughing about because I mean, I kidnapped a child and I didn't realize I kidnapped a child until I started talking about the dream.
Yeah.
So,
So,
hey.
well, thank you guys for listening.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We appreciate
Yes.
you and we love all of your support. If you do like us at all and you got to this point, if you could rate us on Apple, we'd greatly appreciate it. If you could rate us
Hmm.
and write a little review. You can follow us at WTF Did I Dream Last Night on Instagram, also on Twitter. Guys, I'm still trying to figure out what our handle is on there. I apologize, but you can search. I don't know, kind of find us. Sorry. Um, you can send us your dreams, your crazy dreams, your demon dreams, your COVID
Yeah, if any
dreams,
of you
your
have COVID
reoccurring
dreams,
dreams, whatever
can
the
you
hell
let
you
me
want
know?
to
Because I
dream.
haven't heard like any other COVID dreams, and I need to
Yeah.
feel just as weirdly, weirdly weird and normally weird as you guys do. So, especially if there's
Yeah.
any healthcare people listening to this, I'm curious.
So shoot, yeah. So shoot those dreams to us, all the above at WTF. Did I dream last night at gmail.com. And also, you guys want to send some tips of how you're coping with everything and what new hobbies and everything too. You can shoot them there
Yeah,
as well because
yeah,
we
for
like those
sure.
things. We like to try new shit.
Yeah,
So
today's episode
shit.
has
I
just
love
become
the word
shit.
shit.
No,
So
musical shit.
shit.
Guys,
Shit.
listening.
All right, guys. Well, greatly appreciate you all,
Yes, and
and
until
I
next
hope you guys all
time,
enjoyed.
healthy and happy dreams. Bye bye.